happy people, welcome back to my channel, and I'm back with another edition of Tales from the Peace Corps. So this time I want to talk to you all about a sense of community no matter where you go. So when I was in the Peace Corps, for those of you who don't know, I served in the Peace Corps in the country of Moldova from 2014 until 2016, and I did small business development there. Yeah, so that was what my primary mission was when I went there, and obviously I went on a lot of journeys and adventures and things while I was there. And one of the things I experienced while I was there was a strong sense of community with this guy I was dating and his background, his culture. So while I was in the Peace Corps, I met this guy who lived in Turkey, and he played soccer there. And I guess you could say we were dating, but not really. We were just kind of like pen pals. And then I went to go visit him, and then we hung up. So I'm going to just say that. And so when I went to go visit him in Turkey, we were in Istanbul for the first couple of days. And then after that, we traveled to a city called Antalya, which is right near like the ocean, the water there. And while we were there, it was like the first day we had checked into like our Airbnb or whatever. And him and me were walking down the street, we were holding hands. And I kid you not, there was like this guy in this red van who like drove past us, right? Let me give you a little bit more backstory actually on the guy that I went to go see. So he's from Nigeria, and he's from the Igbo tribe. And so, anywho, we're walking down the street, we're holding hands. This red van drives past us. And I guess they must have saw him out of the rear view mirror, right? They hit a U-turn, turned back around, pulled to the side of the road of where we're walking. And the man, first there's a man that gets out of the vehicle, comes up, greets them. He was like, "Hey, my name is such and such." And he goes, "Hey, my name is such and such." And he's like, "Where are you from?" He's like, "Nigeria." He was just like, "What part?" He's like, "I'm Igbo." And then he was like, "Oh, I'm from Nigeria too. Welcome, my brother." And then like they sat there and had like this long conversation, like they were best friends, long lost brothers. I mean, mind you, they had just met. Like this is like my mind is blown to see someone who one will go out of their way just to greet another one of their fellow people, honestly. And so yeah, so they're standing on the corner having this conversation. I'm sitting there looking confused because I'm like, wait, does he know this guy? Does he not know this guy? And as they're chatting, the guy in the red van, his wife gets out the vehicle, and they start chatting it up. The kids get out the vehicle. I mean, so it's like this whole like family affair with like these strangers that just so happened to see us walking down the street together. And they thought that I was from Africa as well, from Nigeria as well. And I told them, no, I'm from the States or whatever. I'm just there serving in the Peace Corps, whatever. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. And they were just like, how long are you here for? And we're like, 2 or 3 more days. And they were like, okay. And the guy was like, I'm going to get you in touch with my other brother, my friend that's here, and he's going to show you guys a good time. And we were like, okay. I mean, we don't have anything planned specifically anyway, so it'd be cool if, somebody who already has been here could show us around or whatever. And so he exchanges numbers with the guy, and then he gives him the number to the friend. And like the next day we hit the friend up, and I kid you not, the friend came and got us from the place that we were staying at, took us over. I think what did we do? We did like a little bit of sightseeing. We went and ate some yummy food. Like, yeah, man, it was just so crazy. Like, I think we went to like an amusement park. I remember getting on like roller coasters and things like that. We went to this like food tasting place. Even before we left their house, they cooked us this nice traditional meal. It was egusi and fufu. And so it was kind of cool because they didn't use their hands to eat it. I mean, they didn't use forks or utensils to eat it all. They just used their hands. And so I remember the dude bringing out this huge plate of food for me and my friend to eat. And like, I mean, it was like a mound of food. And when I say it was so delicious and full of so much flavor, like it was delish. Awesome. And so we ate the food, went to the park, went out tasting food, sightseeing and everything. And what was crazy was the guy who took us around, he covered everything. Like, who does, first I'm like, who does that? And two, I'm just like, how refreshing it is to see people have a sense of community no matter where they go. And I'll be honest, I wish that's something that, you know, we kind of had here in the States, not only as Americans, but also just within the Black community. I wish that's something that we did more for our fellow brothers and sisters, because I know for a fact, and also being married to a Nigerian now, not that same guy, but someone else, that their sense of community, their sense of family, their sense of unity is very, very, very strong. And it doesn't matter where you go in the world, they know that they always are going to have like family or a sense of community. Because even my husband, you know, he's here with his friends. We live in the South. And so he kind of has like this whole community of Nigeria. It's funny, I always joke with him about it, but I'm just like, you know, I don't even feel like you've really fully explored the States, because you've created your own mini Nigeria here in the States, which I think is an amazing thing. So yeah, that just kind of goes to talk about like sense of community. And that was just something that I experienced from the time that I was serving in the Peace Corps. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. It wasn't so much focused on my service and something that I did in particular during service, but it was just really cool to be able to have had that experience while I was there. You know, it was kind of like a journey within a journey, so to speak. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will be having more chit chats coming up. I think the next thing I want to talk about with you all is when I got my wisdom teeth pulled when I was in the Peace Corps. That was quite a journey. And I feel bad because I actually had already recorded the video, but then like my camera had issues and so it erased itself. So I'll be re-recording that video specifically for you all so that you can hear about that. That was quite an experience. Anywho, I hope you all enjoyed this video and stay tuned for the next adventure of Tales from the Peace Corps. I hope you have a wonderful, awesome, spectacular day. Bye.